They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Lawrence will throw. That one complete downfield to Kirk. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A give running right, Etienne. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Lawrence. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets will take over here at their own 14-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. A former Seminole back home in Florida. It's Dalvin Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Now he's free at the 35. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brenton Strange, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Jags are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, and they're taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
after the touchdown. Cook now to kick this one away. Xavier Gipson now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get this up to about the 40. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds.
Okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now Etienne to start the drive. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. Another tote for Etienne. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Lawrence. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Touchdown! Gabriel Davis, 40 yards. And the Jaguars lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. He's tough to contain as it is, but in man coverage with a pretty deep pass downfield, really tough to contain.
And it's so difficult because every play you've got to consider he might try and run past you. So your goal as a defensive back is to give him plenty of cushion, meaning lots of space between you and him. If he wants to catch the short stuff, come up and secure the tackle, hit him a bunch during the game, and try and keep him in front. If you turn your head for a second, if your concentration wanes,
bye-bye.
He just takes off and goes, and I think that's what we just saw there.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Rodgers. They'll dump this off to Cook. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
A 10-yard pickup brings up 2nd down at the 23-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Now he's free to midfield. taken down at the 20-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 57 yards.
First down, New York.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Paul on a give up the middle. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
Well, a fake on the jet sweep as they run with Cook up the middle. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Dalvin Cook so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or two to punch this one in.
Again, it's Cook. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. Cook is into the end zone for a Jets touchdown. Caleb Shudak on to try the point after. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Jaguars 14, Jets 7.
So here's Shudak following the touchdown, back out to kick off. Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Let's go.
A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. From the gun, Bigsby. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it out to the 25. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
For the Jaguars,
A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. Pitch and catch there good for 13. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
From midfield now, Lawrence looking downfield for Jones. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. Zay Jones, 50 yards. And the Jaguars have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throwing is Rodgers. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Rodgers to throw. And they try to set up the screen, but that almost disaster as it falls incomplete. Very nearly a turnover, but it's 4th down.
Like what I've seen so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. They go play action with Lawrence. A short throw to Ingram. A solid stiff arm. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Now Lawrence on first down. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chance of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So 3 points there. They'll continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, a little bit less. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Here's the Jaguar kick team now as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And complete right side to Cook. And down he'll go at the 25. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
630, 26. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Foyesade and Milliken. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They go play action now. Lawrence. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. and he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from adding another catch to his big start.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Gabriel Davis in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Rodgers now on first down. And able to find Allen Lazard. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 37-yard line.
Hey, 626.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
And he is going to have a Jets first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Now Rodgers. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And quickly they get to the line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Rodgers taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why. Because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are, but they've got to be careful about getting complacent there. They still need to go out and run their offense efficiently.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And they'll go again with Etienne. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On play action, Lawrence. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And that's caught inside the 35. A big third down play there for the Jags. 42 yards.
Everything they've been doing right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Here's Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Now this This throw caught left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to over. That may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10. First down, Jets.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll take this down to the 33. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Lazard will go in motion right. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Back to the ground, Cook. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Foyesade and Lurican. And the Jags are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On the counter, Etienne. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start, and pass plays like we just saw. They're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
He's known for his legs and his fancy footwork, but he's not getting much of a chance to use it here. The defense continued to hold the upper hand by bringing him down on that play.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Lawrence. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Uncorks one for Davis. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Jets.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway, Con.
He's got a man complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 65 yards.
Well, he already had a big receiving game working, and it's going to get a lot better here. Defensively, they're fortunate this is not a touchdown, but he's just been absolutely unstoppable, and he comes up with yet another gigantic play.
They'll run with Cook. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Cook is going backwards here. They come in and drop him all the way back at the 4-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Rodgers going to try and run. And he will push his way forward down to the 3-yard line. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Jaguars are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
He's got his target. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
At the 41-yard line.
Etienne once more. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now Lawrence. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the